Story. I'm joined by our international affairs editor, Philip Turle. So, Philip, we have these military chiefs meeting in Ghana today and tomorrow, but is ECOWAS running out of options here?
It's got its back against the wall, and there are a few worrying things that ECOWAS is having to deal with. The first one is it doesn't really have the upper hand in this situation. The military coup leaders are really one step ahead of ECOWAS all the way down the line since the coup d'etat on the 26th of July and the removal of Mohamed Bazoum as president of Niger. The point here is that ECOWAS itself would like to launch military action to restore Mohamed Bazoum to power, the so-called standby force. But it's a risky thing to do because it could lead to widespread clashes in the country. It could lead to a regional war with other countries getting involved, notably Burkina Faso and also Mali, who threatened to intervene if anybody touches the coup leaders in Niger. But at the same time, ECOWAS has got to do something because its reputation is on the line. It has to come up with some kind of forceful argument and solution to bring back Mohamed Bazoum to power or to set up some kind of dialogue with the junta leaders. And that hasn't happened either. And what we've seen is that even a delegation of ECOWAS leaders got as far as the airport in Niamey in Niger and didn't get any further in meeting the coup leaders. That could be translated as the coup leaders saying, well, it was a security risk because of the sanctions which are being imposed on Niger. If you lift the sanctions next time round, we'll talk to you. So there again, it is the coup leaders who seem to be having the upper hand in all of this. So the ECOWAS has got to come up with some kind of working plan. But there doesn't seem to be any reaction favourably from the junta leaders so far. And that's why I think that the possibility of military action seems, as days go by, with the junta getting more and more stronger in its position of holding on to power in Niger, the possibility of military action seems to be getting further and further away. And that is a big problem for ECOWAS.
Well, so France has troops in Niger. So does the U.S., for that matter. We heard Anthony Blinken said he favors diplomacy. What are the chances that France would get involved in some kind of military action here?
Well, first of all, France has said that it doesn't respect or will not take any notice of the military junta. If the military junta is asking for France's troops, the 1,500 troops mostly based in the capital, Niamey, if it's asking for them to be removed, France won't take any notice. But you have to underline the fact that those troops are not there for political purposes or to support the government of Mohamed Bazoum or to try to fight against the junta. They are there to fight against jihadist activity in Niger. Now, the possibility is that those troops will be forced to leave at one moment or another. What we don't know is whether France would join forces with the standby force, which will be drawn up by the African ECOWAS states, the Economic Community of West African States. But I think the French view that as something that would be pretty catastrophic for France if they were to take part in that force, because it would not only be seen as France exerting once again its colonial influence, not only over Niger, but also over ECOWAS, which is one of the complaints that the junta have been putting forward as France being the reason for them overthrowing Mohamed Bazoum because of French influence in the region, and France being the country that's responsible for all the problems that Niger has right now, and France never really wanting to give up its influence in Niger. So I don't think there's much chance that France will get involved in that military force, even though France may want that to happen and France may back it. I don't think France is actually going to get involved in it militarily.
Okay, we'll have to leave it there. International Affairs Editor Philip Turle. Philip, thanks as always for your expertise.